So we have the maxillary model ready to add the acrylic to, and let's see if we can just zoom in a teeny little bit here, get that adjusted. So I have some Wonder blockout material, and what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to apply that to the lingual. Now remember, we just want to come up more or less to the incisive papilla, not too much higher than that. With that opposing scribe point, midpoint appliance, I'm going to keep this one actually pretty shallow. I could open this up quite a bit and flatten the plane out, but I like to try to keep patients open as minimal as possible. So we'll just sculpt that up. I'm just using some Wonder, which is water soluble, I think some kind of gooey Play-Doh, and just using a little spatula here. I usually like to leave more room than I think to the lingual. So we have that. Now I can also say that I wanted to, if you recall, talked about sloping that up and shallowing out the guidance. So let's move the camera back here a little bit. So I am going to work on with that tipped up just a little bit like that. And I'm going to be working with some ortho acrylic here. So I'm just going to take some Dura ortho acrylic and just going to go ahead and wet the surface, and then salt and pepper in the acrylic up to the incisal edges. Little liquid, little powder, just run that down from the incisal edge, let that wet the acrylic. I'll wet it just a little bit more so that my next powder addition here, hope that works out alright. It's a little hard working from a distance due to the focal challenges with this little flip cam. Alrighty, getting up to those incisal edges. Remember I said it did appear that the parafunction continued up to those edges. I also left that little scribe midpoint stop lingualized a little bit so that we can stay away from those edges a teeny bit. I'm giving myself a little bit of a platform there. Wet that acrylic up. Just a little bit more to work with up on the incisal edges, and I'll probably end up trimming and polishing just a touch of that back, but because I find it's a little hard to polish up the actual suck down material and get it nice and smooth. So I'm just basically overrunning the ortho acrylic right up there to those incisal edges. Probably salt and peppering a little bit more than I should. So let's stop dinking around with that and we'll call it good.